Yo, 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 what's up, Diamond family? It's your man Vivi, and welcome back to the VVS Academy. As you guys know, I'm here every week dropping off gems, teaching you to record and mix your music better. So if that sounds good to you, stick around. Look, man, I got a really crazy video for you guys today. I'm going to be showing you guys the exact EQ moves to make to get industry quality vocals. I'm going to show you guys how to EQ like a pro engineer, man. It's super simple and it's about to change the game for you. So let's get to it. I don't want to overtalk it though. If you're still struggling to get your vocals to sit inside the beat and balance themselves perfectly every single time, check out my free mixing course down below, man. It's going to completely change the game for you, teach you to balance out your vocals and your beat perfectly every single time. It takes about 15 minutes and it's completely free. So go ahead and check that out. Now, let's dive into the track. I'm going to play you guys how it sounds now, and then I'll walk you through what we did to get it there. All right, let's get it.
The feds steady trying to incarcerate niggas. I'm having my way with the shit. OG just touched down with the pounds. I'm ready to sell the shit. Bricks came straight down from the cartel. I'm whipping up babies and shit. The next ring that was ringing up on my phone, I just sold a pound and shit.
All right, bet. So as you can hear, the vocal already sounds good. It sounds well controlled. It doesn't really need any EQ work, and that's because we've already done everything. So let's bypass all of the effects that we've added and then listen to the vocal, and we'll start to hear the issues that is happening. And if you listen, just removing the effects makes it now sound like he's mumbling, like he doesn't sound as confident, it doesn't sound as aggressive or clear, and it's really coming down to the way we affected the vocal, specifically the EQ moves. So the first thing you see here actually is a compressor, and that's because compression and EQ are essentially the same thing. All they do is adjust volumes. The difference is EQ adjusts volumes at a specific location, right? At a specific frequency, a specific number that you assign it to. Whereas compression turns things down based off of the time parameters you give it. It's going to turn down all of the frequencies, but it's going to do it only when your signal crosses the certain threshold that you've set or that your compressor has in place, right? But basically they do the same thing. They're both volume knobs. They turn volumes up and down, right? So keep that in mind. So we're going to start with a compressor. And I'm starting with a compressor in this instance because I already hear some of the issues, but I think if we get the vocal a little more consistent, a little bit smoother, the issues that I hear might not actually be what needs to be addressed. So right now I'm hearing low mid energy and super low range frequencies that I think are really, hurting the vocal, but let's go ahead and compress it more and see if that controls some of it.
The feds steady trying to incarcerate niggas. I'm having my way with the shit. OG just touched down with the pounds. I'm ready to sell the shit.
And another reason I compress, if you start to listen to some of the words like touch down and things like that, you'll hear they just get more solid and more clear and controlled when we compress. And so I like to compress right alongside EQ because I want to control the vocal so that I'm sure of what I'm hearing. Basically, I want to hear everything kind of at the same level, less up and down movement so that I can make more accurate EQ moves. All right, so we started off with a compressor. I think that helped out a lot. Now, I definitely said the low mid range was there, and let's see what we chose to cut in our EQ. Yeah, we cut some low stuff. So let's watch it and see what happens.
The feds steady trying to incarcerate niggas. I'm having my way with the shit. OG just touched down with the pounds. I'm ready to sell the shit. Bricks.
Cool. I think that sounds good. I'm just going to bring back the de-esser that we had put in because the S's are just getting a little too harsh. Let's play it back again.
The feds steady trying to incarcerate niggas. I'm having my way with the shit. OG just touched down with the pounds. I'm ready to sell the shit. Bricks came straight down from the cartel.
All right, cool. We're getting there. It still sounds a little low mid heavy though, so I'm going to actually grab another compressor, which is actually a dynamic EQ. So it's going to compress and EQ at the same time. We've already got the threshold and everything set. And basically what I did was use this band solo button to sweep through the frequencies and find out specifically where we're getting a buildup. And to do that, I usually just watch this threshold knob. And when I see the blue go over further than it does with other frequencies, I know like, yo, I'm there. So I'll show you how that works. On 141, but you see I'm sweeping through the frequencies and I'm watching this the feedback that I'm getting from this fader or this knob right here that's telling me how much energy is in that specific frequency or under this umbrella of frequencies. And I know when it gets, when it's going over here to 3 o'clock, if we're looking at this like a clock, when it's getting to 3 o'clock, I need to dial back some. And so that's where I place my frequency and dial back some threshold. So now let's listen to our vocal with a little more control in that same range.
The feds steady trying to incarcerate niggas. I'm having my way with the shit. OG OG just touched down with the pounds, I'm ready to seal the shit.
Let's go back without it.
The feds steady trying to incarcerate niggas. I'm having my way with the shit. OG just touched down with the pound.
Yeah, and if you listen clearly, and the more you listen to it, you start to hear that low frequency that we were controlling. When you take it away, you start to hear it creep up in the initial transients of certain words. It's almost like a noise like in the background, and you're like, what is it's the vocal. It needs to be controlled. That frequency needs to be controlled. And so that's what we did with this one. And we finished it up with RVox. RVox is a super easy way to get some light compression, but also some saturation and some EQ out of your vocal. It's going to add some upper mid-range, some saturation. It's going to make your vocal sound a little bit more clear, a little bit more high-end biased, or like there's more high end without you having to crank the high end. You notice we didn't add any frequencies to any of these EQs that we've used. We're only cutting frequencies, and that's because when it's recorded well, generally you don't have to add a whole lot. You might want to take away, but if it's recorded well, you don't really have to add something that wasn't there to begin with. So let's hear our full vocal again. I think we're pretty much where we want to be.
The feds steady trying to incarcerate niggas. I'm having my way with the shit. OG just touched down with the pounds, I'm ready to seal the shit.
Let's go without it really quick.
The feds steady trying to incarcerate niggas. I'm having my way with the shit. The feds steady trying to incarcerate niggas. I'm having my way with the shit. OG just touched down with the pounds, I'm ready to seal the shit.
Let's bring it back one more time.
The feds steady trying to incarcerate niggas. I'm having my way with the shit. OG just touched down with the pounds, I'm ready to seal the shit. Bricks came straight down from the cartel, I'm whipping up babies and shit.
And as you can hear, the vocal just stays present and clear and on top, like in front. And that's exactly where you want your vocal to sit. Now, of course, this track isn't done. It's just really showing you guys exactly how to dial in your vocals and the EQ moves that you should be making. Remember, we didn't add anything. We only took away, because when you record it well, everything you need is there. You probably have more than you need, and that's why we're taking away. All right. So remember, man, these are the tips I'm giving you guys week in and week out. And if you need a little bit more help, drop me a line down below. My name is VV, and I'm here for you. Stay humble, make diamonds only. Peace.
The feds steady trying to incarcerate niggas. I'm having my way with the shit. OG just touched down with the pounds, I'm ready to seal the shit. Bricks came straight down from the cartel, I'm whipping up babies and shit. The next ring that was ringing up on my phone.